Four.
Four members of parliament, and three went from the BJP and one from the Indian National Congress in 2009. Let them give us the national picture this time. Tavleen and Jay, it's over to you.
Yep.
So the BJP sort of repeats its tally. We must note that Himachal Pradesh already has a Congress government. There is anti-incumbency at the state level. And the BJP did have to cope with a lot of infighting in the last election. So sort of the BJP retaining its base. It's come down marginally from 50 to 46% as per the poll projection, but yet has a 6 percentage point lead over the Congress, retaining the same numbers.
Yes, that is correct. In fact, it will be, what we had seen in the state assembly polls as well. It was a very, very close fight between the Congress and the BJP, Veerbhadra Singh and Dhumal. So it's the same figure that we are seeing.
Yeah, though, I think the biggest story in Himachal Pradesh is that probably there is less infighting in the BJP.
It was infighting that really got the BJP story in Himachal Pradesh in the assembly elections, and that is something that the BJP will hope to put behind it. Dhumal has been declared as the undisputed leader. We'll hope, the BJP would hope that Shanta Kumar would not be up to as many games as he was last time, because that was the unspoken story as far as Himachal Pradesh and the BJP were concerned.
So if you're watching in Shimla, Kufri, Kulu, Manali, wherever you're watching today, this is the story from your state of Haryana. It's from Himachal Pradesh. It is 3-1, 3-1, 3-1. 2009, July 2013, and it stays unchanged in October 2013. The next state that we are going to, a state which sends only 6 members of parliament to the Lok Sabha, which is very important for India strategically in terms of importance, in terms of alliances, and in terms of perception, is the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Now, last time, of course, this state is always, and I'd like to welcome into our studio Dr. Samir Kaul of the PDP. Thank you very much, Samir. Good to see you face to face. I'd like to say this about Dr. Samir Kaul, that he is a surgical oncologist through the day and a politician by evening. A Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde personality. I do not mean that with any disrespect. We have another doctor, I don't know whether it's a medical doctor, Mehboob Beg, joining us. He's a Lok Sabha member of parliament, and he's joining us on satellite. So we have 2 doctors. Are you, by the way, Dr. Mehboob Beg, are you a academic doctor or a medical doctor? Just curious.
What's your guess, sir, if I ask you?
You are a practicing doctor.
I am a medical doctor,
What is your specialty, if I may ask?
No, I have done my MBBS.
Oh, that's fantastic. So we have a physician on one side and an oncologist on the other. This is going to be an interesting operation theatre. Very interesting.
And you are the
very
surgeon.
Rare that we have 2 doctors.
And you are the surgeon,
Arnab. Recently. Sir, I am not a surgeon. I will, I hope, to be a plastic surgeon as far as politics is concerned. But as of now, I'm not qualified. Here's the story from the state of Jammu and Kashmir, where there is currently a Congress NC alliance. Jay and Tavleen, would you like to take us through the numbers, the current Lok Sabha position, how it's been tracking since July, and the inferences that you're drawing?
Congress is maintaining what it was as far as July is concerned this year itself, but it is of course losing on 1 seat. But as far as the National Conference is concerned, it too is losing on 1 seat. So where it was 5, now it's going to about 4. About 3, sorry. And BJP is gaining, very important. In fact, I was having a conversation with Mr. Kaul, and he was talking about the factors that will now matter, and one being, very importantly, the anti-incumbency and the fact that, a lot of people are in Jammu and Kashmir are a little wary of the way Omar Abdullah has been working. At least that's what the version of Mr. Kaul was. So we really have to wait and see.
That's interesting. Samir Kaul, can I have your reaction first to the results here, which show you having a 2% plus swing? And you are emerging as one of the largest parties in Jammu and Kashmir.
With your permission as the chief plastic surgeon this evening, can I have the opportunity to wish everyone here a very, very happy Eid this evening?
Absolutely, and that goes out to everyone.
And whoever is listening and watching.
May we all reciprocate your sentiments for all our viewers. A very, very happy and auspicious Eid. Go ahead.
I think 80% of what happened, let me be truthful tonight, and I'll try my best not to be biased in favor of PDP. I can't do without it.
Yes.
It gives me a lot of despondency when talking to my patients, but I have to do it anyways.
Go ahead.
But I'll try and not be biased towards the PDP. That's a promise I make right here. I need to tell you, and I think Dr. Beg will share my view on that, that there is at the moment a 3-2-1 situation, which means that 3 is with Congress.
No.
There are 2 seats and
No,
there is
Dr.
1.
Samir,
We have got
3
6 seats in all. In Jammu division, both the seats are with the Congress. The Ladakh is with the National Conference, which is 1 seat. And in the Srinagar city, all 3 are with the National Conference.
Yeah.
There, I'm afraid, is going to be a change this time, and I think Dr. Beg, I mean, despite his being assertive for his party, will need to agree that there is a huge anti-incumbency factor in the state. Number 1. Number 2, the pre-poll alliance, which exists today, will it continue to be so in the next election or not? We're going to wait and watch. Right. If it does happen, it will limit the damage that the ruling coalition will sort of, it will help them contain the damage that might occur up ahead. For instance, in the Kashmir Valley, you can expect the major change. The south of Kashmir, Anantnag seat, I think even if you ask a passerby on the road, everyone will say it'll go to the People's Democratic Party this time. The Baramulla seat, and I'm not being very assertive, the PDP has a 60-40 situation there. And I think giving the sentiments of the people at the moment, it could probably go to this PDP more, 60% and 40% to the National Conference. Srinagar seat, if we go by and large by the sentiment of the people in the Kashmir Valley at the moment, then I can tell you that these 3 seats are going to the PDP. But I could go wrong with the Srinagar seat.
So yes,
I could go wrong with the Srinagar
Samir
seat.
Kaul, interesting. Let's get Mehboob Beg. We project 1 seat to the PDP and 1 seat to the National, 2 seats to the National Conference. You saw the 3-2-1 assessment, Mehboob Beg with 3 seats to the PDP. He actually broke it up constituency by constituency. Would you like to respond to him, please?
No, right now the position is, Arnab, Jammu division we have 2 elected MPs and both are with Congress. From Kashmir Valley we have 3 and all the 3 are with National Conference, with my party. And 1 is independent from Ladakh. So far as your analysis is concerned, you are giving us out of 3, you are giving us 2. And so far as PDP is concerned, they are bagging all the 3 in Kashmir Valley. They said so even when Panchayat elections were held, and we along with Congress in coalition did very well even in Panchayat elections. You know, Kashmir, whether we agree or not, has a unique situation and we are living in a unique situation so far as the entire country is concerned. Even when you talk about or have a look at the entire country, Kashmir always behaves differently. So far as I am concerned, I think I can't wish away. I can't say that your analysis is wrong because you are giving us 2 out of 3. Out of 3, yes, we have 3 right now. You are giving us 2, which is good, which is not bad for us. 1, PDP can give all the 3 to themselves. Doesn't matter. Only time will tell. But I think we can't wish away whatever your analysis is. I think we will sit, we will introspect, we have time. They say in politics even 7 days time is a long time. We have a long time to go, 5 months left. I think we will take this into consideration and we will try to rectify it.
I'm sorry to have said that the South Kashmir, where Dr. Beg, who is a very respectable colleague of mine, is currently holding that seat, is going to the PDP, but I'm sorry for that, but that is the truth.
But that is the reality.
The Jammu division.
Aarti has a question.
For Dr. Beg,
we've
been hearing a lot of rumblings from the NC about the alliance with the Congress. Is that alliance going to hold for the 2014 elections, or are you going to break it? And if it breaks, how is that going to impact the election scenario in Jammu and Kashmir?
That's very important. Arnab here, she has raised a very important question. That is very important. That is going to be very important. There is no doubt about it. That will decide. And so far as PDP is concerned, they said the same thing in 2009. They said South Kashmir is already in our tally and we have to only contest Srinagar and Baramulla, and they were proved wrong by the people of South Kashmir.
But there is one major gain that the PDP can announce today, that the Poonch Haveli seat. Imagine PDP doing well in the Jammu division.
I understand.
I say this with some alacrity?
I'm only putting the tracking numbers right now. I have never said that polls are the final word from the tracking data. If I'm looking since July, then I find a 7% drop in vote share for the National Conference, which Mehboob Beg and Omar Abdullah should be concerned about. This costs you 1 seat. The PDP and the BJP, from the numbers I find, have made gains in the vote share, bringing the BJP 1 seat. The BJP makes its debut in Jammu and Kashmir. That's significant. Let's quickly move to Jharkhand, then I'm taking a break. We have many big states coming up. From the state of Jharkhand, which sends 14. Thank you very much, Samir Kaul and Mehboob Beg. Jharkhand sends 14 members of parliament. It was divided 8 to the BJP, 2 to the JMM, 1 to the Congress and JVM respectively. We know that Modi is desperately trying to woo Mr. Babulal Marandi. How effective will he be? Looking at the tracking data, it seems the BJP is making some significant gains from July, and Tavleen and Jay will tell us more about that.
Absolutely. The BJP has made gains from July, yet is 2 seats short of its 2009 tally. And the JVM is actually going on adding seats. I mean, it had 1 in 2009, it won 1 more in a by-election, and now the poll projection says it's going to have 1 more. So it's going to have 3. This is really the kingmaker party. The party that is now projected to poll something like 20% of the votes. If the NDA needs a decisive edge over the Congress-JMM alliance, which is at about 29 or 30% of the votes, and the NDA is at 27%, then it needs Babulal Marandi.
I think the very big story here is that the Congress party loses 3 seats and 10%, if I saw it and not mistaken, Tavleen, 10% of its vote share since July. So something dramatic obviously is happening as far as the Congress party is happening for the last 3 weeks, 12 weeks. Something dramatic for the Congress is happening in the state of Jharkhand.
Yes, that is correct.
So the moment the Congress comes to power there, you have a Madhu Koda type of government. I'm not saying that may be the case, but the Congress loses out the moment it tries to come to power. Now the real story is the gains being made by Mr. Narendra Modi. If the news is to be believed, Mr. Babulal Marandi, who's been an erstwhile RSS person and a BJP person, spurning Narendra Modi for all alliance making overtures.
Before I go across to the state of Karnataka, a question is, can you divorce morality from politics? So Ashok Malik, the question is, what about Mr. Yediyurappa? Before I reveal the numbers on Karnataka, which is the next state, what about Mr. Yediyurappa? How is Mr. Modi going to handle it?
I've said this earlier in the context of other parties, not just the BJP, and crude as this may sound, there is no morality bigger in politics than an election victory. And frankly...
You don't think this has a ripple effect elsewhere?
Frankly, I think if BJP has to choose, or any party has to choose between pragmatic political choices and middle class morality...
Mr. Rajagopalan,
for Haryana also.
What do you expect the story in Karnataka to be? Can I just ask you before I put the numbers out?
It's going to be Yediyurappa joining BJP very shortly before the announcement. Yediyurappa will bring more cheers to the BJP.
That's the second prediction that you've given us. Your first prediction was that elections are happening in what?
This is also another one.
I just am having a laugh at your expense. I'd like to say this, that on the other side of the break, stay tuned with us, because wherever you are, especially if you are somewhere in Karnataka, in Bengaluru, we are getting you the numbers from Karnataka. And after that, we're going to get you big states, battleground states of Uttar Pradesh still to come up, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu. How strong is Jayalalitha going to remain? And most importantly, Maharashtra. We have the Chief Minister of Maharashtra joining us on the national poll projections. We are back in a couple of minutes.